The horizon hummed with energy as the countdown to its first portal jump began. The first one was brave, curious, aggressive. She wanted to experience the portal jump. Commander Ryan Ashford stood at the center of the control room, his eyes scanning the faces of the 49 women who made up the crew. Each of them brought something unique to the mission, a lifetime of expertise in science, diplomacy, engineering, and exploration. But what Ryan hadn't expected was the portal interface itself, assigning roles during jumps, tailoring each journey to a specific member of the team. "All systems are green," reported Dr. Lena Albright, the physicist who had co-designed the portal technology. Her voice carried the quiet confidence of someone who had spent years preparing for this moment. "But there's an anomaly in the interface. It's asking for a pilot selection." Ryan frowned. "I thought the pilot rotation was pre-assigned." "It was," Lena replied, her brow furrowing. "But the system isn't letting me bypass it. It's requesting input from Jana Wells." Jana, a cartographer with expertise in planetary geography, looked up in surprise. "Me? I'm not even a trained pilot." Ryan exchanged a glance with Lena before nodding. "Let's see where this goes. Jana, take the controls." Hesitantly, Jana approached the helm, her hands trembling slightly as they hovered over the console. The moment her fingers made contact, the portal interface lit up, pulsing with an almost organic rhythm. A soft hum filled the room, and the countdown resumed. 10 seconds to jump, Lena called out. "This isn't in any of the simulations." The portal's energy built to a crescendo, and then, with a flash of blinding light, the horizon was propelled into the unknown. When the ship stabilized, Jana gasped. Projected on the main viewport was a breathtaking alien world, a vast landscape of shifting crystalline formations glowing softly under twin suns. The crew stared in awe as Jana's console began displaying symbols and terrain maps that matched no known galactic databases. "This world," Jana murmured, her voice filled with wonder. "It's reacting to me. The formations are aligning with the maps I've drawn from Earth's most ancient geographic anomalies. It's as if it knows me." Ryan stepped forward. "Everyone, stay focused. Lena, log everything. Jana, see if you can interact further with the interface." Jana's hands moved instinctively across the controls, and the crystalline formations outside began to shift, forming intricate patterns. It was as though the world itself was communicating with her, acknowledging her expertise. "That's not a random planet," Lena said, her voice edged with disbelief. "It's been chosen specifically for her." Ryan turned to the rest of the crew. "If this is how the portal operates, then every jump might connect to one of you." Murmurs rippled through the room. The concept was both thrilling and unnerving. The portal wasn't just a tool, it was intelligent. And it was choosing. Before the crew could process this revelation, the console lit up again. This time, it displayed a name, Maris Vega. Maris, an ecologist with a fascination for alien ecosystems, stepped forward. "Looks like it's my turn," she said. Her voice steadied despite the tension in the room. As she assumed the controls, the crystalline world faded, replaced by a dense, bioluminescent jungle teeming with life. The ship hovered above a vast network of glowing trees and pulsating vines, their colors shifting in response to Maris's presence. "It's like it knows her." "Too," Lena whispered. Maris leaned forward, mesmerized. "These plants, they're displaying communication patterns similar to Earth's coral reefs. It's like a living neural network." Ryan's voice cut through the awe. "Whatever this portal is, it's not random. It's testing us or guiding us. We need to be ready for anything." As the crew documented the phenomena, Ryan felt a growing unease. The portal's behavior was far beyond human understanding, and its intentions were still a mystery. But one thing was clear. This mission was about more than exploration. Each jump revealed not just new worlds, but pieces of a puzzle the crew was only beginning to understand. And the portal wasn't done with them yet. The horizon's second jump had been smooth, yet the crew's nerves remained taut. The portal had established a pattern, choosing a specific crew member to pilot for each jump. One of them is not like the others. Pay attention. Ryan had a feeling. This time, it was Dr. Nia Haren, a linguist and historian renowned for her expertise in deciphering ancient texts. The crew gathered in silence as she approached the helm, her steps cautious but resolute. "This doesn't feel random," Ania murmured as she sat at the controls. The interface pulsed faintly, as if responding to her voice. "It's like it's aware." "Do you feel confident?" Ryan asked, his tone even but edged with urgency. "I'm ready," Nia said, taking a deep breath. The portal flared to life, and the horizon leaped through space. When the ship stabilized, the viewport revealed an awe-inspiring sight, a barren desert world dotted with massive stone monoliths, each carved with intricate symbols glowing faintly in the planet's dim light. Nia gasped, her eyes scanning the patterns on the monoliths. "These markings, they're an exact match to the ruins we discovered on Mars." "That's impossible," Lena said, her voice cracking with disbelief. "There's no way civilizations across different galaxies could share the same script." Ryan leaned closer to the viewport. "Unless there's a common origin." Nia began working at her console, the symbols shifting and rearranging in response to her input. "It's more than a match," she said. "This script is older than anything we've encountered, but it's trying to communicate. Look at the way the symbols realign. It's forming a sequence." As the crew watched in fascination, a message began to emerge, partially translated by Nia's algorithms. It read, "The Watchers guide those who seek. Unity is key." "The Watchers," Ryan repeated, his brows furrowing. "What does that mean?" Nia shook her head. "I don't know. But the use of the word unity suggests it's not just testing us individually, it's evaluating us as a collective." So suddenly, alarms blared across the control room. The planet's surface began to quake, the monoliths shifting and vibrating violently. On the main screen, Lena analyzed the data pouring in. "We've triggered something," she said, her voice tense. "Massive energy spikes are converging on our position." "Energy spikes?" Ryan snapped. "Weapons?" "Possibly," Lena replied, her fingers flying over her console. "Or a defense mechanism." Ryan gritted his teeth. "Nia, can you finish decoding the message? We need answers." "Now." "I'm trying," she replied, sweat beading on her brow. "But the sequence is incomplete. It's asking for more input. Someone else needs to take the helm." Before anyone could respond, the portal interface displayed another name, Carmen Levo. Carmen, a physicist specializing in interstellar energy systems, stepped forward. "I guess it's my turn," she said, her voice steady despite the tension. As she assumed the controls, the ship's systems recalibrated, and the trembling on the planet's surface began to stabilize. The monoliths shifted again, their glowing symbols aligning into a massive array that pulsed with energy. "It's feeding data into our system," Carmen said, her fingers moving rapidly across the console. "This isn't a weapon, it's a beacon. It's directing us to the next jump." Nia's eyes widened. "It's guiding us to the next piece of the puzzle." Ryan clenched his fists. "Then we follow it. Lena, prepare the ship for the next jump." "Udi." As the horizon powered up for another leap through the portal, Ryan turned to the crew. "Listen up. Whatever this system is, it's testing us. Each of you has a role to play, and these jumps are not random. The portal is guiding us towards something big, and we can't afford to fail." The crew nodded, their determination stealing. The portal's energy swelled, and the horizon leaped again. The ship emerged in a new system, the viewport revealing a dense field of ancient debris orbiting a dying star. The scene was hauntingly beautiful, shattered remnants of massive ships and structures floating in the void. "This place," Lena whispered. "It's like a graveyard." As the crew began scanning the area, the console lit up again, signaling the name of the next pilot. Each jump was unraveling the mystery of the portal, but it was also clear that the stakes were rising. The fragments of knowledge they gathered hinted at a purpose far greater than any of them had imagined, and the cost of failure loomed ever larger. The horizon floated amidst the wreckage of ancient starships and debris, a graveyard of civilizations long forgotten. The eerie silence outside the ship was matched only by the tense atmosphere inside as the crew processed what they were seeing. Every piece of floating wreckage seemed like a warning, a reminder of what could happen if they failed. The portal interface pulsed again, displaying another name, Dr. Kira Solis, an anthropologist with a deep knowledge of extinct civilizations. She stepped forward, her face pale but resolute. "This place isn't random," Kira said, taking the controls. "It's another piece of the puzzle. These ruins, they're a record of failure." Ryan stood at her side, his jaw set. "Then let's make sure we don't end up like them." As Kira piloted, the portal guided them toward a massive structure half buried in the debris, a glowing, monolithic station that dwarfed even the largest of the derelict ships. The station's exterior was lined with symbols similar to those they had encountered on previous jumps, but these glowed with a deeper, more vibrant energy. "It's alive," Kira whispered. "This structure, it's still functional." The horizon docked with the station, its magnetic lock securing the ship. Ryan assembled a small team, including Kira and Lena, to investigate. As they donned their suits and stepped inside, the crew was met with an awe-inspiring sight. The station's interior was a labyrinth of glowing corridors, pulsating with a rhythmic hum that seemed almost like a heartbeat. "This is incredible," Lena said, her voice echoing in the comms. "The energy readings are off the charts. This station could power an entire galaxy." Kira moved to a central console, her hand hovering over a panel of glowing symbols. "These markings, they're different from before. It's like they're waiting for input." Ryan nodded. "Do it." Kira touched the console, and the station came alive. Lights flared, and a deep, resonant voice filled the air, speaking in a language none of them had heard before. Kira's translator device activated, decoding the words. "The Watchers have guided you here. Complete the sequence to secure your future." "What sequence?" Ryan asked, his voice sharp. The console projected a holographic display, showing a galaxy-wide map. Points of light flickered across the map, representing the worlds they had visited. Each point connected to form a web, but one critical node remained dim. Kira's eyes widened. "It's missing one last piece. One final jump." Back on the horizon, the portal interface lit up again, and the name Maya Tren, an astrobiologist, appeared. She stepped forward, her hands trembling as she took the helm. "The final jump?" Maya said, her voice barely above a whisper. "It's up to me." Ryan placed a hand on her shoulder. "You're ready. We've got your back." The portal powered up, its energy swirling with unprecedented intensity. The horizon leaped into the unknown, emerging in a system unlike anything they had seen before. A massive, glowing sphere floated in the void, surrounded by smaller orbs pulsating in rhythm. It was a living machine, radiating a sense of both power and purpose. Maya stared in awe. This is it, the heart of the network." The console flared, displaying a message. "Unity is the key. Prove your worth." As Maya worked to align the network's systems, the smaller orbs began to shift, orbiting the larger sphere in chaotic patterns. It was a test of precision and teamwork. The entire crew sprang into action, each member contributing their expertise to stabilize the system. Engineers rerouted power, scientists analyzed the orb's trajectories, and diplomats devised solutions to decode alien algorithms. Ryan coordinated the efforts, his voice steady amidst the chaos. "Focus! We've come too far to fail now." The orb's movements accelerated, and the ship's systems strained under the pressure. Sweat poured down Maya's face as she made the final adjustments. Just as it seemed the system would collapse, a surge of energy coursed through the station, and the orbs aligned perfectly around the central sphere. The holographic map lit up, the final node connecting to complete the web. The voice of the Watchers returned, reverberating through the ship. Humanity has proven its worth. The network is yours to protect. Use it wisely. The Horizon crew stared in awe as the galaxy-wide map transformed, showing a network of portals connecting countless civilizations. They had unlocked something far greater than themselves, a tool to unite the galaxy, if used responsibly. Maya slumped back in her seat, exhausted but triumphant. Ryan looked around at his crew, pride and relief evident in his eyes. "We did it," he said, his voice low but filled with conviction. "We proved them wrong." As the crew began to celebrate, Ryan's mind lingered on the Watcher's warning. Unity was the key, but unity was fragile.